Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Turtle Crossing. So in the previous video, I actually forgot to put my intro in, so sorry about that. So today we're going to be doing a Marvel video as opposed to like Animal Crossing. And we're going to be reviewing episode 6 of WandaVision and going through some of the current theories of WandaVision. So for those Marvel fans, most of you have probably been watching WandaVision, and the 6th episode just released today. And obviously, WandaVision has been very confusing right from the beginning, but things are starting to clear up now, so I'm going to be walking you through some of the theories that are ongoing. So, these are just some of the main theories. There's like a ton of theories, so you can check other ones if you'd like, and I'll post some links to good articles in the description below. All of the credit for all of these pictures goes to WandaVision, the TV series that's on Disney+. So, the 6th episode seems to take place around the 2000s or 1999-ish, and it's like Halloween. You can see it's a Halloween time. So, basically, I'm not going to recap the whole thing in detail, so if you do want to recap, then this is not the place, but I'm just gonna do a short little summary. So basically, Wanda dresses up as a Sokovian fortune teller, aka this is actually her comic book costume, and Vision dresses up as someone, and this is actually his Vision costume from the comics. So it's not clear who he actually was intended to dress up as, but it is the costume from the comics. So how this episode goes is they're just out trick-or-treating, and Vision told Wanda he would be on watch, but Wanda realizes that Vision is actually not on watch. And Vision is making his way towards the wall, trying to notify SWORD that the people need help. And he crosses Agnes on the way, and Agnes tells him that he is dead, and so he goes to the barrier and he manages to get through it. And while this is happening, Wanda's back home talking to Pietro, and Pietro is just asking Wanda all these questions, and Wanda's questioning him because he doesn't seem like the Pietro he used to know, and we know that Pietro's from X-Men. And so while this is happening, when Vision actually crosses the wall, at this point, the two boys have gotten their power. Billy tells the mom that Vision needs help, and Wanda realizes that he's trying to cross the wall and that he is dying because he's dead in the outside world, outside of Westview. And so she expands the Westview border, sucking everyone, the whole SWORD camp and all of the SWORD agents in. This SWORD agent, all the SWORD agents and the SWORD camp kind of turns into like a circus, and they turn into clowns, as we know that they transform into different things. Okay, so let's go through the first theory. Now, the first theory is that Doctor Strange is leading Wanda through the 5 stages of grief. So we know that Wanda has a lot of grief from losing her home, her parents, her brother, but the real thing that triggers this grief would be losing Vision in Endgame. And so a lot of people say that Doctor Strange is walking Wanda through all of the 5 stages of grief, and we can see this because in the first couple of episodes, she's in denial, and still currently in the 6th episode, she's still in denial, and she's not willing to face the fact that her husband's dead. Pietro mentions, oh, you shouldn't worry too much. It's not like an already dead husband can die twice. And at saying this, Wanda blasts him back about 10 feet using her power. So it's still clear that Wanda is just not willing to accept the fact that Vision is dead yet. Okay, so the next theory is just kind of getting into the villains. And this is not a theory of the villain who's controlling Westview necessarily, but this is a theory of the director of the SWORD agency, and what people are saying is that, and fans are saying, is that he wants Wanda dead, and that's true. It's very clear from the beginning that he wants Wanda dead. He doesn't care if he doesn't care about rescuing the people. He just wants her solely dead. And so we don't know his motives for this necessarily, but we know that he wants Wanda dead. And he also tells the Sword People that this will eliminate the issue of the Westview, but Monica argues that this is most likely not going to solve the problem of Westview. We don't know what would happen if we eliminated Wanda, and this is shortly before she got fired, along with Darcy and Agent Woo. So the last theory, and this is the most popular theory, is that mesphito is behind all of this. So mesphito is like this villain who a lot of Avengers, a lot of people in the comics make deals with him, and later they come back to bite them. That later the deals come back to bite them. So the theory is, there's two theories regarding mesphito. The first one is that Wanda's made a deal with mesphito. She's given mesphito her soul, control of her, in exchange for bringing Vision and Pietro back to life, but it still remains that Pietro and Vision must stay in Westview in order for that to be the case. And Pietro, we're unsure about him for now, but another theory suggests that Pietro could be mesphito in disguise, and that mesphito is actually controlling Wanda and feeding off of her soul. Okay, so now that we're done with the theories, we're gonna get into sort of just the characters, a couple of them. So this is Darcy. This is the scene where she's getting sucked into Westview, and this is Darcy from Thor. So you might have seen Darcy in Thor. She's Jane's friend and a scientist who had been hired by SWORD to investigate the WandaVision thing. In this moment, she's in handcuffs because the director handcuffed her, and technically he fired Darcy, Agent Woo, and Monica Rambeau. Okay, so this picture is Monica Rambeau and Agent Woo. So one thing about Agent Woo is Agent Woo was the FBI agent that was first shown in Ant-Man. And so he had been learning the card tricks that Ant-Man is famous for, and he actually finally mastered the card trick, if you notice that little Easter egg in there. Okay, so for the last character, which is, second to last character, which is Monica Rambeau. Monica Rambeau, we know that she is Captain Marvel's friend's daughter, and originally in the comics, she was actually Captain Marvel first before handing her role over to someone else, in this case, Brie Larson. And so people are saying that she will become Captain Marvel in WandaVision, and it seems that way right now since her blood work is really, it's getting messed up as she keeps on going into Westview, but she insisted that she must go in Westview a third time and help Wanda deal with what she's struggling with, which is her grief. And so people are saying that she will turn into Captain Marvel after going into Westview the third time. And the last person we're talking about here is Pietro. Now, Pietro, I don't have a picture of him right now, but Pietro, we all knew that Pietro from the very beginning was from X-Men when he first showed up, so definitely not the same Pietro that Wanda lost in the Age of Ultron. But, however, Pietro still seems similar, but so different. He still has his powers, but he's like a completely different person. He looks different, he acts different, and he also does not seem to know about the past childhood, as Wanda's been testing him about it, and he just hasn't answered those questions, avoiding them. Also seeming to ask Wanda a lot of questions regarding how they got there. When Wanda admits she had no idea, she just remembered feeling very alone. And that indicates that there's probably most likely someone else controlling Westview besides herself, since she had no idea how she got there in the first place, or it could also mean she's doing it subconsciously. So thank you for going over with WandaVision. Thank you for going over the WandaVision theories with me, and I hope you guys enjoyed this and this helped you clear up things about WandaVision. And so I'll see you next time, guys. And stay tuned for more Animal Crossing and Marvel videos like this. Bye. Subscribe if you like this. Bye.